Today's notes. I was doing my daily journaling process when I came to a flow of thought that I found fruitful. And I titled this stream of thought rather, struggles every person should be prepared to face entering and exiting a relationship. First, let me introduce myself and why I'm thinking this. I'm Matthew. I'm 23 years old. I'm married and recently separated, as well as a father of one. These are my reflections, given my circumstances, with my utmost consideration of the nature of self and others, a partially egoic perspective from my own two shoes. Number one, step one. Self awareness is a requirement in this process, as one without such awareness becomes nothing more than a mirror or a reflection. If they lack a hold of one's heart, soul, and mind, becoming a suitor. Step two. Becoming loose, engaging in interactions beyond oneself. One must be plastic or like water when engaging in non rigid environments like friendships, coworkers, casual relationships, where defining your boundaries is put to the test. Marriage, however, is where the skill of rigidity is required. As in marriage, two complete selves should be joining as one. These boundaries should be clearly defined. While in relationships, both interactors are shaping each other and themselves in the process. Entering a suit. When dressed in a suit, one can't move as they would in exercise wear. As within a marriage, a couple must not move as freely without the risk of tearing said suit. Don't do push ups in your wedding garb unless you like your clothes tethered, I suppose. Move like you've already done them. Be thoughtful while hanging them up. This is step five, by the way. Even the finest of the clothes require ironing from time to time. If you aren't inspecting the creases routinely, your partner's weak points and vulnerabilities will inevitably wear out and become openings. Tidy your corners, and the main floor will remain clear, the core of the relationship. In contrast, becoming fixated on the small things, ironing and keeping them 100% tidy, diverts focus from the main image of the core of the relationship. Out of mind for too long, inevitably it will become open. When something is open, it is vulnerable to change. Change can be good, but it is as risk of becoming bad. Change is going to be different. Be considerate of what openings you allow when cultivating a relationship. If you don't want something to change or be influenced, do not leave it unattended. And while you do accept that in any unstructured environment, its participants are subject to influence. With that in mind, life without change is not living, it is stillness. And in stillness, you can understand oneself more. But one may struggle to express themselves while still. My conclusion is live and let live be. And what suits you best will naturally flow within your living without meta thought or grasping to others' desires. One must become what they want to be suited for, and one must be the fabric of their own suit. I interwove this further to a personal theory I'm exploring that intertwines this beyond the upkeep of one relationship. I hold the belief that, with intense consideration, that the imbalance between male and female structures within governance has been the root of all mismanagement and world disorder. Since the dawn of existence, men and women are ordained to respect each other, or neutrality ceases, breeding disorder. and in neutrality, we attain order and peace. If we were to take this to a global scale, masculine and feminine structures ought be adequately sustained to create an everlasting order. Favor the masculine for progress with a caveat of disorder. Favor the feminine for preservation with a caveat of deterioration. Within neutrality, preservation holds as long as the material was designed to. Remember, in nature, a father, proton, and mother, electron, are brought together to hold a neutron. And a neutron, without both charges, rapidly deteriorates. The more balanced both charges are, the longer the neutron is preserved. All right, food for thought.